This evening's concert features two of our non-audition ensembles. The Women's Glee Club will be performing first. The Women's Glee Club was the oldest choral organization at Florida State University. Even before it was Florida State University, the Women's Glee Club existed. Then they're followed by the Collegians, the Men's Glee Club, again a non-auditioned ensemble. The women are conducted by Dr. Kevin Fenton, and the men are conducted by myself. This evening's concert is quite interesting. The women begin the concert with a number of pieces that are associated with various cultures. One by Jocelyn Hagan, which harkens back to early Parisian myth, and then a number of African pieces. With the men, it's kind of a concert of the sacred and the profane. We began our evening with songs of faith and praise, Cantate Domino, a 20th century setting. Then that's followed by some wonderful hymn settings, a setting of Come Ye Disconsolate, and then finally into a setting by John Rutter of the St. Francis's setting of Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Then we go to the great literature written for men's chorus. We go to Schubert, to Stantchen, about the serenade. And then we end our section with pieces from Estonia. And as you know, Estonia was the singing country that sang their way to freedom. And there's a festival each year in Estonia where 30,000 singers gather to sing each year. Two of these pieces will be conducted by my assistant, and they are wonderful pieces by the composer Tormis, who just recently died a year ago. And then we close the evening in celebration of a great man, Pimlway. Pimlway was an Aborigines, and just now in Australia, they're celebrating more their indigenous people. And Pimlway has become quite an entity of celebration. He defeated the settlers who came in and began to kill all of the people in his tribe. And he gathered together and he was able to overthrow them. And now they celebrate him. And so the piece is called Pimlway. And it's quite aggressive and rustic and masculine, I guess, in nature. I think it would be interesting to particularly listen for what happens in the Estonian piece, because they're going to be, the choir is going to sound totally different. You're going to hear that Estonian yip and yell and whistle and all that kind of stuff going on. And of course, that flows right into what the boys want to do anyway, yip and be loud. So that flows into that, and I think they will find that interesting. We're fortunate enough to have as our accompanist Dr. Judy Arthur, and you're going to hear some exquisite playing from her and some demanding playing from her. Stantchen will be really interesting to listen to because that piece is written for mezzo-soprano, and we'll have a mezzo-soprano singing that with the men. And so I would listen very much to the text, because text is so very important. The Glee Club is fascinating because for me, it brings joy. You know, out of all the ensembles I conduct, it just simply brings joy, because in this group are poli-sci majors, engineers, we always have English majors in there. Just a vast array of guys across the campus, mixed with men who are from the music school, some freshmen who just got here, you know, one graduate student in the middle. I mean, it's just a hodgepodge of everybody who wants to sing men's music is welcome. And some have very little experience, you know. Some come that say, you know, I really want to sing, but I never sang in high school. And I'll say, what part do you sing? And they'll say, I don't know. And so I'll say, talk to me, and they'll talk, and I go, oh, well, that sounds like a tenor. Okay, let's try it over here in this section. and then assimilate them. And it's magical how quickly they become assimilated. Just magic.